Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. So, for several quarters, Nvidia's demand had slipped following the decrease in demand from cryptocurrency miners, which use Nvidia's GPUs to mine cryptocurrencies. And since the price of cryptocurrencies had fallen, the demand for Nvidia's GPUs came down a bit from those end users. However, ever since the rise of the effectiveness of ChatGPT, that's created a sort of gold rush from enterprises to develop their own large language models, and that's created another surge in demand for NVIDIA's products. Thankfully, management thinks these good times will continue. So that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. It's not just from their data center business that Nvidia is seeing a rebound. So let's get into these results here. So the gaming revenue in their most recent quarter of 2.5 billion was up 11% from the previous quarter and 22% year over year. And here, management saying we believe global end demand has returned to growth after last year's slowdown. So they believe that this growth is here to stay and the slowdown from last year is at an end. So Nvidia partly driving this demand is bringing generative AI to gaming. Developers can now use the service to bring intelligence to non-player characters. And what this means is, yes, you as a player are engaging with the game, but those characters that you're engaging with that are not other real humans, that are game characters, they can now be enhanced with AI, which will make it more fun for you, the player, to engage with, right? Because they can vary their response and their actions based on each situation, and so that can make the game more engaging to play. Moving on, management said the automotive segment saw its revenue increase to 253 million, which was down 15% from the previous quarter, but up 15% year over year. And this is being driven by self driving platforms, which, if you are not aware, is still a long way from being fully optimized. We still don't have completely full self driving cars everywhere on the road. There are some instances of full self driving cars on the road, but they're in limited areas in parts of a city that are operating under unique circumstances. They're not all over the place. And so there's a lot more that needs to be done before we can have full self driving cars all over the roads, all over the world. And what self-driving cars need is graphic processing units, because there is a high degree of computing that's required to deliver self-driving, right? If a car needs to drive itself, there's a lot of computation that needs to happen in order to implement that effectively. One of the more impressive things about Nvidia has been their gross profit margins. In the most recent quarter, 70.1% for a hardware company. Some services companies don't even generate these types of gross profit margins. So this is remarkable, and it's impressive that management in the next quarter is forecasting, similar gross profit margins, just expecting these good times to continue. And it's truly surprising how they're able to continue this type of remarkable performance. Management saying that they see demand visibility well into next year, because customers are ordering products not just for this year now, they're already ordering products for 2024, and the supply over the next several quarters will continue to ramp up to meet that rising demand and lower the cycle times and work with their supply partners to continue adding capacity. So they're just increasing their capability to produce more because they see this demand from the market. They don't see an end to it. They see this as just rising and rising for all of the reasons I've already mentioned. It's not like this was a one time burst in these market segments, these end user segments. There's several end user segments that are benefiting from Nvidia's products that have a long running tailwind moving higher. So management saying third quarter revenue is expected to be 16 billion, which would be higher than the current quarter, which was already explosive, and gross profit margins will be 71, are expected to be 71.5%. So revenue is going to go up and profit margins are going to go up. So selling more products, demonstrating economies of scale, and let the good times roll for Nvidia stock and Nvidia stock investors. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.